Damn it. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call come in and it disconnected the live. I'm going to take care of that right now, so I don't get any more messages. I'll lose the other part. Okay. Are you back, Dawn? Yeah, the live started with I had a phone call come in. And guys. Okay, so Dawn, you're back? Okay, great. You should be coming back up here on the picture screen here. Okay, everybody. So now that we got pretty much everybody back, it is now 4:00, and this is Dawn Dawson, right? Dawn Dawson. This is Denise's sister. She has some things that she wants to discuss. She was actually the very first person that downloaded a copy of Denise's book and read it. So we're going to start out with what Dawn wanted to start with discussing was the video that Denise made earlier today about the Dawn's mental health. Dawn would like to address that right off the bat. So go ahead, Dawn. You got the floor.
I gotta smoke a cigarette for this.
Okay.
Well, I have a few things to say about that. One, I'm disappointed that someone would bring up my mental health. It's not a joke. I have anxieties. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't even be a topic. I'm not doing this because I'm crazy and I got mental health issues. I'm not doing that. This is about me standing up for my family, and that's what I choose to do. Now, if I lose every last person I have, I will gladly do that, because see, I kept quiet because this is just, in my mind, like a private family drama, right? Fuck it.
Right.
Everyone has their reality. Everyone has their perception. Fine. But what now has happened as I've seen a few things, you know what I mean? And so therefore my family is being brought into this. My family is being called a racist. My mental health, I've abandoned my kids. I mean, this is just all insane. In this book, she discussed how my father tied her up to chair and force fed her so that, because she had an eating disorder. My father's never done that. And this is on a very, very public scale that these things are being said about my family. And I don't care if I lose every last person in my life because they think I am ignorant for telling the truth. But this is public. This is personal. My father did the best he could. He literally did. He was a single father. He raised us to believe in the human race. We are the human race, Dawn. You love peace, love light. I'm not saying he didn't see color, because that's just, come on. He just said, you don't fucking look at that shit. You don't fucking judge that. You don't hate that. You don't do any of that shit. You fucking love no matter what. You see something wrong, you stand up. It doesn't matter who it is. Wrong is damn wrong. He in the book it says my father hit we couldn't have friends. We couldn't have friends come play. We couldn't go play anywhere. Any of those things. And for several years, my father did try to protect us. You know what I mean? And then we got older. Okay, we got older, and we You know, we start getting older, we start making friends, and we're fucking older. You start getting older. You start wanting to go spend the night and doing all these weird. We're kids. Friends did start spending the night. Not a bunch of damn kids. Like he'd let us have one friend each. Um, you know, my mother. Um,
Speaking of your parents, because you had brought up about, the color, um, that's been like a
hold on, let me
area of
say one.
contention.
Hold on, let me say one last thing.
Okay.
My mother. Um, I love my mom, and I'm hurt. I'm real hurt. This is my family.
Right.
Go ahead. I ramble.
Well, you brought up race, and Denise makes a claim that she's in one article she said she was part Italian and part from another race. I can't remember exactly which race she said. It was either Cuban or it was African American. And in another place, she said that she's Cuban and African American. Can you tell me what you found out last week when you got a hold of Denise's Ancestry.com DNA test when you had yours done?
Well, I found out she was my full sibling. We had the same mom and dad. We had the same mom and dad. I mean, you never know about these older guys. You never know what running amok they were doing back then. You know how people are. But anyways,
Right.
I mean, I knew that they were my parents. I'm being a smart ass, but we're full siblings. And
Can you tell me about your parents' heritage?
oh yeah, my father. It showed that you know we're who we are. We're like 1% this, 2% that. I think my dad was like a 1% Eastern Bantu and like a 1% uh,
I actually have
West.
the results right here. See if this sounds right. I don't know if you have yours in front of you. On the left side is you. You're 45% England, Northwestern Europe. Denise is 26%. For Scotland, you're 30%, and Denise is 21%.
Mm-hmm.
Ireland, you're 5%, and she's
Mm-hmm.
15%. Norway, you're 4%, and so is she, 4%. Germanic Europe, you're 3%, and she's 5%. So she's got German. You both got German in you. European Jewish, you're 2%. She's 4%. Indigenous Americas, Mexico, you're 2%, and she's 5%. Now, you shared the other part of that with me down on the bottom for the second page, where European Jewish was 2%, Mali was 1%, Sardinia was 1%, Eastern Bantu peoples was less than 1%.
On mine, yeah. I honestly don't know where hers is. I've asked. It's not getting sent. I found out that she did do one on Ancestry. Um, it was on that website. I've actually got my DNA on like several different ones because I was trying to find a missing relative. But anyhow, I
Can you tell me
I
that?
I knew she was taking that, and because I was a match, I could see that, and then she put it to private. I went back to look at it, and I couldn't see it again. So I don't know what the rest of hers says because I don't know. That's her thing, but I know we're full siblings.
And what's your father's nationality?
Actually, Denise, I do have yours because before you deleted it and put it to private, Denise, I see you down there. Um, I actually took a screenshot of it. I keep receipts, Denise.
Hey Don, I have a question for you. Is Denise white? Is she pulling a Rachel Dozel?
I
You
don't
know who
know.
Rachel Dozel is?
I don't care because yeah, I know who Rachel Dolans is. Everyone, well, at least everyone up here does because she worked at Eastern Washington University up the road from me, and her parents did. And she was the president of the local NCAA chapter. She was the president of that. She was also teaching. Uh, I'm not sure Black history. I don't remember, to be honest, what she was teaching at the university.
University.
But I haven't said anything about my father, Denise. But anyhow, um, yeah, and she
No,
was
this
fired.
isn't Denise's time. This is not Denise's time. This is Dawn's time.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, that's the answer to your question. Yes, I do.
So, with the test results that you have for yourself, how much African American do you have in you?
I don't have any.
What nationality? What race is your mom? Is there any Italian in her at all?
No.
Is there any Italian in your father?
I don't know. I got maybe like a 1%. If it is, I don't know. I don't honestly know. That's like, I'd have to like, that's my dad's. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't
Okay.
think so.
When did Denise all of a sudden decide to start acting white or acting that she was claiming African American?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I first started hearing it around the time she went to that group home thingamajig. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I wasn't there. She met some guy. She ran off with him. And then I've heard like whispers through the years. I mean, this person tells this person that. I mean, it's just something that she's been saying. I know that a couple months ago when we got into what, she asked me why I was talking to Mikey. He's a guy on TikTok that I talked to briefly. And I just told her, like this is who I am. I'm not Black. She kind of made fun of me because I don't know my heritage, but I identify with what I identify with. In my DNA, in my opinion, it does say that I'm 1% this, 1% that, less than 1% this, but the majority of me is like Northern, European, whatever that is, honestly. But my birth certificate says I'm white. I'm white. That's just my life.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened on the trip
You
to
have said
Ohio?
you have said you're Black, Denise.
What was that?
She said she's never said she was Black, and she has.
Denise says that she's never said that she was Black.
Yeah, it's right here in the
Really?
messages.
Okay, Denise. You never said you were Black, right?
What were you asking?
Um, what happened on the Ohio trip that you were talking about? That you were telling me about?
She kept freaking going and going, and I finally snapped. I told her she was freaking being a bitch, and she was being a bully. I told her to stop freaking yelling at my mom and my niece. She freaking slapped me across my face and then punched me in my face. And then so I punched her back a couple times. Packed up my shit, got a different hotel room, and I flew the fuck out. Spent the remainder of my time in West Virginia by myself.
Okay. Um, that doesn't sound very professional to me. Don't know many counselors that would do that. Mia might be coming in the room here in a second.
I've
We
never
had talked.
I've never talked to her before.
I
Oh, I
think you
mean,
talked to her
I had a
for a
3 minute
few minutes on the phone.
conversation. Yeah, I had a three
Right.
minute conversation, I think, one time.
But I know you said that you had some things that you, when you read the book, that you wanted to set the record straight for. So, that's why I gave, when you said you wanted to go live, I was going to give you the opportunity because, to use what platform that I have and that other people have in order to be able to set your record straight. You had made comments about certain things that Denise had misrepresented with your family.
Oh, yeah, she portrayed, my mom is a horrible human being. A horrible human being, you know? She
Okay.
portrayed her as horrible. I'm not okay with that, but it's Denise's reality. My mom and them did the best they could, you know? They tried. She lived with us when she was 19 and had her daughter, her and her boyfriend. We tried, people tried.
In that
Every
video,
time she got an apartment, my mother and my stepfather helped her furnish that. Like, they've tried. When she was actively using, they backed off. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what we're told.
yeah,
We're told when you're in active addiction, you over there,
you're gonna find the body.
you do that. My mom's not a horrible human being. My mom's not a racist.
And what was it that when me and you were on the phone earlier, and you were talking about, because Denise said that her mom had never, prostituted her
Oh, you asked me if my mother had ever prostituted my sister out, and my
because it was on that video.
right, there's a video which I only know that I was asked a question, and the answer to that is no. My
What
mom
did you
didn't
say that
pimp
was
her
said in the
out.
book? What did you
Huh?
say that was said in the book that Denise said in the book that you said it was pretty much Denise saying that her mom was prostituting her out
That's
about
the
a
way
buck?
I took it. It was very inflammatory. It was she didn't use the words prostitution or pimped or any of those types of things, but she did say, that my mother knew. My mother told her she needed to continue to keep doing that. She needed to continue to keep sleeping with this boss, and she needed to keep doing all of these things, and she needed to hide all these secrets, and they were doing cocaine and freaking up all night and things like that. I don't know. I just know that why continue to hurt the family, especially after everyone finally started talking again? Why are you trying to say negative things about our family? And that's my only thing. I don't care, and I don't know, like, you asked me questions about her being black or this or that, and like, I don't know, because I don't care, honestly. I
What
mean,
did you say?
I do on some level, but my thing is my family, my family.
Right. Well, when we were talking last night, you said that when the Rachel Dolezal story broke, what was your reaction to that?
I said that was my sister.
So you believe that Denise is pulling a Rachel Dolezal?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I make jokes about it. You know what I mean? I guess on some level. I mean, for the
Okay.
most part, I'm just being a smart ass, but I guess on some level I do.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can. Hey,
Okay. Hi.
Dawn, this is Mia.
Hi, Don. We had a really short conversation with Mikey on three-way about a month ago, I think.
Yeah, it could
So
have been longer than that. I don't know.
before we even continue this, Don, I
Right.
know how difficult this is. And it seems like you're very uncomfortable, and I get it. And I just want to remind Kicking It that this is difficult to do. You know, this
Right.
is your family. You love your family very much. I could see it in your face. And I don't want you to do anything that you don't feel comfortable with.
And
Okay?
that's exactly what I told her. I was really surprised when she said I can go live because I
Yeah.
hadn't even brought that up as an option. We were just
Yeah.
talking on Messenger. But
I
if
just want
you
to
would,
make sure that everyone understands that this is
right,
not something that is very easy for anyone to do.
no,
And I can see the love that you have for your family, even, you know, that we have problems with Denise and all. You still care about her. And I want everyone to know that Dawn still cares about her family. And when I had talked to her a while ago on the phone with Mikey, that was something that she continuously expressed, that she still loves her sister, she still loves, you know, her family, but she just wants to make sure that the other members of her family aren't getting affected by some of the things that Denise is saying. And
Well,
I
and
don't want.
the only reason that I originally agreed to talk with even Mikey
Hmm.
was because, you know what I mean? I these TikTok these videos were not private. They were on my timeline. I seen all this shit. I see the comments. I see
Hmm.
people calling my mom a known racist. I see all of these things. And yes, I am ignorant enough to take the bait to freaking say my family is not like that.
Well, that's not ignorance, that's protection. I would do the
right,
same for my family. If my
yeah,
family was getting attacked, I would do the same thing. So I see a lot of disgusting comments. I know you guys aren't paying attention to the comments, but I've seen some really disgusting comments from Washington Dad Dog. Labyrinth is in here saying some disgusting things. There's a lot of people in here saying some gross ass things. And I want to let all you guys know that this this is not something that Dawn is like, oh my God, I want to come after Denise. That's not
right.
it. She just wants to clear the
She
air
wants to
and
clear the air.
basically tell everyone how her family is, because she doesn't want her mom being called a racist if she's not being racist. She don't want her dad to be called racist if he's not racist. So all y'all in the comment sections, chill the hell out. And I don't know, Kicking It, if you have moderators, but you should probably put a couple moderators in there because they're distracting everyone from the true cause here. And the true
Okay,
cause here is Dawn just wants to tell her story. Point blank, period. Y'all don't have to like it. Y'all don't have to understand it, but she just wants to tell her story. And if you guys are protective of your family, you should understand that someone wants to protect their family. I would do anything for my mom. And my mom passed away when I was born. And I will walk through glass, walk through fire for my mother. And I can see that Dawn has the same energy. So everyone chill out. Let her
And
say
then
her story. And
and
that's it.
another thing is I never actively sought anybody out. I mean,
you
No.
said that you sent me a
I'll
message.
rephrase that. I'll rephrase
I
that
think
because that's not actually true. Because I did seek out um, Mikey several months ago, and I talked to him, but like I didn't, you know what I mean. So I did do that. I did do that,
Mhm.
and I answered a
you said you
couple
sent me a message
questions.
too.
Mhm.
You were trying to reach out to me. You said,
Yeah, I did. When I don't know on what things, but I still don't even know what the fuck is going on between any of you, to be honest. I don't even know. I'm just answering direct questions, and that's how I got brought into it. But anyhow, I sent Mia a message, and you, and I think Vanessa person and somebody else, but it said that because I wasn't friends or followers or something like that, that you guys, I couldn't send it or you guys couldn't receive it or some shit.
Yeah, I didn't see any messages from you, but Mikey had called me and said that you wanted to talk to me. So we did the three-way, and the conversation wasn't like, you know, you were out here just dogging out Denise. It was nothing like that. You were just basically giving your side and your family
right,
side, and that's about it.
yeah,
Right.
and that you know when
I
when
mean,
you were talking and saying that you were upset about some of the things that have been said about your family. I would go to the ends of the earth for my parents too. Nobody
well,
can, you
it's
can talk
because
about me all day long and twice on Sunday,
it's
but
one
don't talk
thing to
about my family.
have, it's one thing to have family drama or whatever that is, which you know what I mean? But these are things that are, this is just my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, no one has to even agree with me or even give a fuck, honestly. But I was asked a question, and so therefore that's why I'm saying something now, because, you know, these are my parents, man. Just
Well,
right.
let me ask you a question, Don.
I've
How do you
seen the
feel?
videos. I've seen the
Well, Don,
videos.
let me ask you a question. How do you feel about all this being public?
Which part?
The whole thing, the whole scenario, the part with your family, I haven't read the book, but the part about the book, like, how do you feel about that?
And I know I made this earlier. I have not read the book either, but Dawn
Mm-hmm.
has read the book.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have my unbiased opinion. My unbiased opinion is, she did a good job. You know, she did a good job, and my counselor told me that, because some of the things that she said when we were younger, I was like, what the fuck, you know? And he said, well, you know, sometimes people remember things the way they remember them, and that's
Mm-hmm.
just their reality. But
Mm-hmm.
so I just shut my face hole because it's not my story,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I am going to defend my family. I wish that it wasn't talked about. I mean, she said a lot of other things that she didn't talk about, so I guess I feel grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like it. I don't like that, you know what I mean? Like, um, these are things that may or may not have happened many, many years ago. And there's been so much progress and growth, because that's what you do. You evolve, you forgive, you move on, you grow, and you love, and weird shit like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so I don't understand why. I don't understand why. But I don't understand why, but it was done well.
Okay.
It was done
Now, in
well.
the book that you said that you've read, there were discrepancies in the book that you want to talk about. And so that's why this live is here.
Right.
We want to make sure we give you the chance to talk without interrupting you, so that you can clear up whatever discrepancies that you feel like needs to be cleared up. You know, when
Right.
this is not here to just
Well,
attack Denise, this is just to clear whatever you felt like
okay.
you wanted to
Well,
clear up.
here's one thing. Here's one thing that I'm hurt by is, how can somebody make a video and put it on social media saying that your sister has
Mm-hmm.
mental health issues? Who the fuck's gonna listen to her? She abandoned her fucking 5 kids. She ain't no fucking decent motherfucker. Who's gonna say, oh, she chose some bitch over her son, over some bitch that set my son up and sent him to prison? First of
Mm-hmm.
all, first of all, my son being in prison is the freaking hardest thing that's ever happened to me. First of all, he was not set up. My son stole the fucking car because he was drugged, and they dumped him on the side of the road,
Mm-hmm.
and he was drugged, he stole the fucking car. And that's a violation of a parole in the other state that you're on. And he had to go back
Mm-hmm.
to fucking prison. My son's in prison because he took the fall for his foster brother who had $10 worth of methamphetamines. This is all my
Mm-hmm.
son. And I love my kids. And I did choose to protect my kids because I was a fucking junkie when I was fucking 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I made that decision because I thought, I'm going to protect my kids. Okay?
Okay.
I will not feel guilty about something that I and my precious children have dealt with, have had conversations with. I was selfish. I made
Mm-hmm.
selfish decisions because I fucking did. My children were hurt. I told them, I am sorry. I told them, this moment forward, I will not fucking do that shit. I will do
Mm-hmm.
everything I fucking can to make sure I am the mother that you motherfuckers deserve. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to be told that I got some mental health problem, because that's not funny. That's my
No, it's not.
sister. That's my
That's true.
sister. I'm telling you people, I love my sister. I'm answering your questions. I'm saying I don't know why, but I love her. My
I
sister
understand.
has made a video saying, basically insinuating that my conversations with you people is the reason why my nephew was shot.
What? What?
I
She
Wait,
sent
talked.
what?
a text. She sent her a text message this morning. I was getting ready to ask her about the text message.
Listen. So I
Yeah.
spoke for the very first time with Heather. I woke up yesterday morning and there was a message request from someone I'm not friends with. I opened it up. I thought about it for several hours. I responded. My nephew was shot a long time ago. I didn't have nothing to do with that. And you know what I mean? Like, I am hurt by these things because this is on fucking social media. I've done nothing. My
Mm-hmm.
parents did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone can judge me, because guess what? Who isn't making TikToks? Who's not calling names?
True.
I am not being aggressive. I am not being vengeful.
You
I
can
know
see that you're deeply hurt.
in the book, it was geared so that I was going to be discredited, because she says I'm resentful to this day because of the abuse that she put me through.
Mm-hmm.
In the book, she talked about the abuse that she put me through. She talked about those things and said I was still resentful for that. I'm not. I have forgiven for all of those things. That is
Mm-hmm.
not why I am upset. I am not even resentful.
I
Resentment's a
understand.
very harsh word. I am hurt and I am upset because I have seen all of these TikToks. I have seen the TikToks that Tavia has made with my Facebook picture, my dad's Facebook picture, my best friend's parents.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of that stuff would not be going on if not for the way in which these things are being fought. And I've told my sister months ago when she asked me why I was talking to Mikey, and I told my sister then, and I will say it now, there are more important things out here to be fighting in the world. There are
True.
so many things. There are so many ugly things going on.
True.
You have people dying. These
Mm-hmm.
protests were nothing, apparently, because everyone's got to fight, attack their family,
Mm-hmm.
attack mental health, attack
Mm-hmm.
white people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand she can identify, because Mikey told me that there's a thing called the one drop rule. I don't know. I live in the fucking mountains. I don't bother myself with anything because my neighbors out here were black, white, every different fucking color, and we're neighbors and we protect one another, because that's
I
the
just would like
town.
to let me just interject right here because I'm reading some of these comments. First of all, I just want to make this clear. I have never, ever doxed anybody.
Neither have
Period.
I. I've
Now,
never doxed a single
now,
individual.
now, do I have people's information? Yes, I do. Because when my name was doxed, when my real name was doxed by Denise, by Casey,
Let me
I
interrupt you
had,
for a minute. I saw your TikTok where y'all were posting that phone number. That's not her phone number. So
I
technically
never
y'all.
posted her number. I
No, I'm
never
not
Yeah.
told her
saying
to.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying several
Oh,
people
It,
did, but that's not a
it
real number.
wasn't
So
us.
I'm just letting
technically
you know. I
there's
just
no
want to
phone
make it
number.
very, very clear. I don't dox people. That's nothing that I do. But when my name was doxed, I had strange cars by my apartment. I had someone throw an M80 at my fucking patio. I have to walk around with my weapon at all times because, like I was doing on TikTok, I was going after white supremacists, Proud Boys, 5%ers, and those people want me dead. And when Casey and Denise doxed my real name, you put my life in danger. So I had to make sure that I had all the information in case something happens to me. Now, I don't know about her son and what happened to her son. I'm just learning this stuff today. But I never doxed anyone. And please show me the video in which I doxed something, Poppy Guy. because I never doxed anybody's information. One thing I don't do is put people in danger.
I don't know
I
what
care about
doxing
people's
means.
families. I care about people's children, and I would never put people in danger. And
I've
those
never
people did
shared
not
anybody's.
care.
I've
Those
never
people
shared
did not
anybody's address.
care. I'm just
Hey,
saying
Steve
for me.
Denise.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
just gonna say for me, those people did not care about doxing me. They didn't care.
Right.
And even though I got doxed, I still didn't dox anyone. So y'all can miss me with that. I don't dox people, period. Because I understand there's real dangers out here. I keep telling people there is real life consequences for the things that you do on TikTok. And a lot of people were
Right.
on TikTok doing a bunch of mess, thinking that the FBI wasn't going to get called, thinking that the police wasn't going to get called, thinking that people wasn't going to find your jobs. Like, you guys cannot just do whatever you want on TikTok and think that's not going to have some repercussion. I'm sorry.
Right.
Well, one thing I won't say, I will not sit here and let anyone say that I doxed anyone. I didn't even contact Dawn, and I
What
knew
does
who she was.
doxing mean?
Doxing means
Doxing
giving
means,
out your information. They gave out my real name that has my address to it,
in
and
case
my
you and
name is
Denise
very
gave out
unique.
my address and my phone number.
So I never
And
did
I
that.
had people show up at my door.
Exactly, knocking
My
on people's
my
doors,
son and
calling
I
people's phone
are in
numbers.
jeopardy
Oh,
because
So
and
they
I
listen, I
they
don't
also,
had
want to
people
get
show up at
into a
my door.
big deal about it. I don't
I
want to get into a
also,
big deal about it. I
I
just want to make
also,
sure that
I also
everyone
want to
knows
say
that.
that I brought up that Tavia had made this TikTok video and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't trying to say anything. I don't know her. And I actually talked to her about it, and I told her I wasn't okay. I'm not going to tell her to take it down. It's her video, but to please take like my best friend and her family out of it. You know, and I told her, I assume you got problems with my sister. You know, I don't
Hmm.
care. You used great pictures of me. Thank you. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But other than I'm not trying to say that, you know, I mean, I just wanted to say I wasn't trying to say anything negative.
No. I'm gonna leave shortly and let you guys get back to the live. But my main problem that I have is that Denise has been targeting me for the last 3 months. She has been using every white supremacy tactic to come after me. She has set up a lot of people. We have found information about her. She's called CPS. She's done a lot of stuff. And the reason why I'm jumping on this live is I just want to make sure that everybody knows, even though I have problems with Denise, I do not have a problem with Don or the rest of Denise's family. I want that to be clear and concise. I have a problem with the woman who has been attacking me, attacking my activism, doxing my name, having people come attack me. This is not Don. Don
Ah,
didn't do that. Denise did it.
I
And
got
I just
stung
want
by
to
a
make sure
bee.
that's clear. I
Right.
also want to make sure that's clear that Denise has been posing as something that she is not. And that is something that we just need to make sure that is clear. She's posing. Now, I don't know why she's doing the stuff that she's doing, and I really don't care at this point. But I want to make sure that everybody knows that she's posing, she's pretending to be something that she's not, and she has been attacking women of color, people of color, mass reporting, all this stuff. And this has got to stop. It has to stop because we are done. It's been 4 months. We are done. We want this to be done. So she can go her way and I will go my way. But if she continues, I will do whatever I have to stop this mess.
Yes.
It's just too much. This is too much. 4 months of
It's
harassment.
it's
So
gone way
that's
too
where
far.
I'm coming in. It's gone too far. It's gone too
Yeah.
far. People's lives are being affected. It has gone too far. And then when I had the Zoom call with Denise, and I asked Denise specifically, what did I do to you? She said nothing. You didn't do anything to me, Mia. I was listening to Lizzie. So if I didn't do anything to Denise, why is this continuing? Why is it
Exactly.
continuing? Because she squashed
I
the
don't
beef
know,
with
because
Lizzie.
I don't
I
know.
didn't
I
know who
only
the hell
know.
Denise was until she came
I
after
just
me.
want, at the end of the day, this is enough. We are done. Either stop your mess, stop it, or I'm gonna have to do everything I have to do to make sure that you stop harassing me and harassing people that I care about. Because this is enough. You are posing, Denise. We know this. We have too much evidence that you're posing.
And my
So, okay.
grandfather Jack, I know I got my own agenda here, but my grandfather Jack
Mm-hmm.
in the book was said to be a racist.
Hold
My
on.
grandfather
Hold
Was
on.
he a
Jack
Hold
racist?
on.
was
Simply
not.
Nikki says because you got Heather to attack her.
No, I did not.
I didn't
I
attack
didn't get
anybody.
anyone to attack anyone. You know why Heather jumped in? Let me tell y'all why Heather jumped in. Because of that 3-hour bullying session that Denise, Lizzie, Taz, Tia, all of them did. That's when Heather what came out and was defending me. So y'all can miss me with that. Nobody told Denise to go on YouTube and talk crap about me. Did I go on YouTube and talk crap about Denise? No, I did not. No one told anybody to attack them. Lizzie started it. They joined in, and now this has gone out of control. People's jobs are being affected. People's lives are being affected. This needs to be done. Now, if you don't want to be responsible, that's your business, but this needs to be done.
Me and my son now have to move for our own protection.
Exactly. This has gone too far, y'all. This has gone too far because real life things are happening.
I have a 19-year-old autistic child. And the night that these people showed up at my door, because Casey gave out my phone number, told people to call me.
Yeah.
And called me a racist and told them my address and to come here to my door. They
Casey
did.
said my address. Casey said my address. That's what I'm saying. This has to stop. Okay, this has to stop. But I'm gonna
We have
leave.
their addresses and we haven't given out their addresses.
No, I don't dox people.
Our
I
lawyer
don't dox
sent them like,
people.
oh,
And then I would love for anybody that's talking crap to go find a video where I dox somebody. I didn't dox anyone. But
going on
at the
Google and
same
finding the
time,
social media where people are at, that's not doxing.
no,
Come.
that's not doxing.
Come.
Facebook pages are not doxing. But at the same time, y'all, like I said, I don't want this to be into a let's all attack Dawn because Dawn is trying to tell her story.
Oh, I'm not
I
attacking
want
Dawn
her
at
to
all.
be able to tell her story the way she needs to tell her story so that she can go ahead and move on with her life. But I'm just letting everyone know that this junk is going to end. Trust and believe it's ending because it's 4 months of this crap. We're done. Either Denise backs the hell off or she's going to have to deal with whatever she has to deal with. And it's not just me, y'all. She has attacked a lot of people, and a lot of people are pissed off. And a lot of people have attorneys, have FBI reports. This is not something small. So it's not just me. It's not just me. It'd be different if you were just attacking me, but you're not, Denise. You're attacking everyone, and you don't know who you're dealing with. So I always tell people on TikTok, when you're talking to somebody on TikTok, you don't know nothing about them. You don't know what profession they're in. You don't know how much money they have, and if they have money to get lawyers. Even the Washington dad dog that's talking crap in this live right now, he's suing you.
Let me show him the door.
Yeah, well, but he's suing Uni right now for the harassment that's been done to him. So there are real life consequences for the things you do. So everybody better chill and let's get back to social justice. Let's go back to finding out, you know, how to end white supremacy, how to change racism. Let's get back to that because this has been a distraction for 4 months, and we need to stop it.
It
and we
is
need to stop it.
because you know what I mean? Like I myself, like I said, I live up in a town, a population of
Goodbye, Washington dad
300.
dog.
We don't deal with, you know what I mean? I'm very ignorant to a lot of different things, and so I try to listen to everybody, and then next thing you know, it's just fighting. So like people like me, I stay uneducated.
I understand, and that's what we want. We want to educate people so that we can change things. So I'm gonna go, but I'm not gonna turn off the Instagram because there's a lot of people on my live watching. So I'm just gonna black myself out and leave the room.
Okay.
But Dawn, thank you for coming on here. I'm very surprised that everybody wanted to do this, so I appreciate that. Like I said, this is your time to clear the air. And just tell your story and don't worry about everybody else that's talking their crap. You tell your story, you tell how you perceive it because it's about perception. It's how you perceive your life, just like everyone else has their perceptions. Okay?
All right. I told her that she had the floor. I had some points, you know, that.
Okay.
And
the floor is yours, okay?
All right.
All right. All right. I'm out, y'all.
Okay,
all right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right. I'm ready. So my sister has done amazing things, and she's done amazing things. She's overcome addictions, and she hasn't exactly, in my opinion, scripted everything exactly in which it transpired, but I will not take away from my sister the fucked up places that she put herself and the places that she found herself, and the prison time that she's done, and the nothing, none of
Right.
that, because my sister overcame a lot of things. She has a story that if you take out all this extra shit, holy fuck, you know what I mean? Holy shit. My only issues with anything is just that the way in which the truth is being told. It's not being told. It's not being told. You know what I mean? And then I just
Okay, hold on one second. There's somebody here that needs to go away. They're being vulgar. You can continue on. I'm sorry. I was talking out loud to myself. I apologize.
right. And like I've said, I see one of the questions down here is, what are we doing for the movement? I've literally said at the beginning there that people like me who are uneducated, trying to find their voices out here in the world, trying to figure out what we want to, you know what I mean? Like, all of us aren't just born like with these big mouthpieces and all of these things. I wasn't blessed that way, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just still out here because I've been lost in my own shit, going through my own things in life, trying to overcome my own, PTSD and things like that, that now I'm starting to get curious about stuff. And I want to learn about things because I'd be ignorant to not see what's going on. And so, that's how I started following Denise and looking at all these other kind of people, because that's just like with my spirituality and things like that. Well, what do you do when you're trying to figure that out? I went to a Buddhist place, checked that out for a minute. And I go to these different places to try to learn. Everything's getting lost. So the answer to your question, what am I doing for the movement? Nothing. I'm just out here trying to be a good person, because my only desire when I finally had it to try, I was shot down and got brought into all this insanity. I don't see any movement here. I don't see nothing, but I go to my sister and all I hear is bitch, slut, hoe, fuck you, white, stupid pieces of shit, white this, white that. I don't care what Denise identifies with. Her family, we are white. It's like it feels like it's a personal attack on us. Our family come from, they were abolitionists. This white family that's so fucked up. We're so fucked up. They did so much. This racist Grandpa Jack of mine in her book, his family, dude, we have some serious shit that our family had done. You know what I mean? Denise.
Which part of your family helped with the Underground Railroad?
The one that I get my freaking, my white family. I don't even know. I mean, I don't sit and walk around saying I'm white. We don't even do that shit. You know what I mean? But like, I always say that I'm like, I list off my thing. When someone asks me, well, what are you? I just list off my shit. I don't know. That's not where I spent my life. I went through all sorts of shit. I remember the shit that my dad went through. I remember all of that shit too. I remember all of that. You know what I mean? You know what it was like for my mom to date my dad? My mom married him. This racist person. This racist man that freaking didn't like us so much helped us more than anything. Like, those are the things that I am hurt about. That's the only reason why I just answered your question. And other than that, if I'm asked a direct question, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. So yeah, I'm doing absolutely nothing for the movement. That was
Okay.
a long-winded answer.
I don't think they were asking me because they don't. If you were asking me, I marched last summer for Breonna Taylor because I'm in Kentucky. I went to Louisville. I spent 2 months healing up on a thigh wound that I got from a rubber bullet while I was standing around smoking a cigarette talking to a reporter.
Who
No
is
reason to
this?
shoot me.
Who is this Trey.Esman? I didn't bring my sister into this, sir or ma'am. I'm not sure who you are, but the answer to that is, if you guys are following her on TikTok, you saw the TikTok that she did about me. She
No,
brought me into it.
we didn't bring Dawn into this.
I was brought into it. I didn't bring myself into anything, and I didn't bring Denise into anything. She brought me into it. She brought my family into it. You know how many TikToks I've seen where they're saying that my mother is a known white, what are they? A known white, I don't know, known racist or whatever the fuck they said. You know what I mean? You know, and
All right,
I see all this stuff. We're being
because
brought
people
into it.
because people wasn't behaving. I did turn off the comments because there was so many rude comments in there. I'll turn it back on here in a few minutes
I
once I figure out
understand.
how to
I
make people moderators.
understand. I understand. I understand the line in the sand that I've drawn. I understand that. I understand that my sister is never going to have anything to do with me, that she's never had anything to do with me anyhow. We just don't have that relationship because I've always been turned off by all of this. All of this on TikTok is not the first time all of this has been going on. This has been going on year after year after year after year. I say nothing. I say nothing. I say something. She shoots me down. I say, okay, fine. It's not my freaking monkeys. It's not my, I get that I'm going to get people talking shit to me because people might not understand the need that I have to defend my goddamn family. These are my parents. They're my elders. You don't go after your elders. You just don't do it. My dad never tied anyone up. I don't believe for a minute my mother
This
prostituted her out.
I understand. Um, when you were talking to me earlier this morning, when Denise found out you were going to do this live, can you tell me what happened at your house?
What do you mean? I'm sorry, I got lost on this comment.
When Denise found out, she watched one of my videos and found out that you were going to do a live with me. Can you tell me what happened at your all's house?
Not at my house. What happened is
At your parents' house.
she called freaking my parents. She stressed my fucking parents out. She stressed
Can,
them
can you tell
out.
me what was? Can you tell me what she said?
What do you have?
What they told you? She said.
She said that she is basically, my dad has said he's very concerned about me and he's scared because Denise says that she's going to sue me for cyberbullying, harassment, and a bunch of other big words. And that basically she brought up my nephew and that you people freaking are the ones that did this and basically it's my fault. And I said, does she not understand that I didn't speak to you till yesterday? Like I had no part of that.
Exactly.
And so I
And
messaged
then
her. I
what did
messaged
you tell
her.
me happened with like that shooting?
What do you mean?
That something had happened last year with the same people that shot him with the girlfriend and the gay
Oh
friend?
no, she didn't say
Yeah,
anything. She didn't say anything. I said that's what I said. I said that I thought that because she was on Facebook Live and her son and his friends were being harassed, they were being bullied, and they were being fucked with. And so when all of this shit went down, because when all that, my nephew was trying to, he was doing the right, he didn't do anything wrong, and they were harassing him and stuff like that. And then when this all went down, it was like over in that neighborhood and stuff like that. So like that's like one of the scenarios that when this first happened, that's the scenario that we thought, there's some freaking assholes out there that got nothing better to do but bully people with guns. But it's not like, she's saying it's you guys. You guys done this because you released your address and phone number and because of me. Well, I didn't do anything. I didn't speak to you till yesterday.
Right. Because when you tried to get a hold of me, you had, I think your ID had Cuban in your name or whatever, and you sent the request through, and I saw that, and I thought it was one of Cuban's friends. Because somebody said, "Can you tell me what your problem is with my sister?" And I think it was you. I think I saw the message request, and I deleted it because
Right, I know,
didn't
but
know that.
like the bottom line is my nephew and things like that. Everyone can just talk shit and all this other kind of stuff, but it's dangerous to be making accusations about people when it's an ongoing thing anyhow. But you don't go
Right.
making accusations publicly about that.
Especially if you don't have any evidence to back it up. I mean, she basically said that I sent people to shoot her son. Why? Why would I do that? I handle things in the court of law. You know, I'm not a person that takes things to the streets. I'm not one that's going to say, pull up. That's what Denise says. Pull up, pull up. You about it. You're going to be about it. Be about it. No, I'm going to be about it through the legal system.
Yeah,
You
I don't
know,
know. I just know that.
I can say with a matter of fact that Denise is directly responsible, and so is Casey, for killing my unborn grandchild because of the amount of stress that they put her through. An 18-year-old girl, they put her through so much stress that she lost the baby to a miscarriage in the first trimester. They killed my grandbaby by the stress that they put my son and his girlfriend through because they had the audacity to be related to me. That's what we've been dealing with here.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking on anybody's son. I'm speaking on my son,
No,
my grandchild.
I'm only speaking because there was TikToks made talking about it and accusations being made, and if it's on social media making these accusations, don't I have the right to defend it? I mean, I'm not doing anything. Like, I don't care. I don't know.
If somebody can tell me how to make somebody a moderator, I'll make them a moderator. This is the second live I've ever done on Instagram.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Your old family is going through hell. My family's going through hell. Mia is going through hell. Shevet's going through hell. Fed Up is going through hell. And the common denominator between all of us going through hell is Denise and Casey.
I don't know.
If somebody somebody that I'm friends with on Instagram that I've been having conversations with, if one of you all know how to make somebody a moderator, please hit me up on a private message. Are you doing okay, Dawn? Because I told you that, you know, the minute that you were uncomfortable, we would end this and me and you would talk privately.
I'm alright. My intent wasn't to. Why is it okay for someone to be on TikTok, write books, do all these things, and those are all okay? To harass people, to call people stupid bitches and hoes. Like, that's how you do conflict resolution. That's how you end things. It's all okay for that to happen. But then the one time that I finally get sick of fucking shit and try to defend my family. People are so quick. People are just so quick to jump to anger and meanness once again. Assume my intentions and assume what I'm doing. Like, I have a voice as well. I've never had it. It's been stifled.
I understand. And then your life,
Like,
your personal life is.
everybody is like talking, yelling back and forth, all this stuff for months and months and months. I'm watching people talking about me, my mom, all this shit. Everyone's talking. And so I finally say anything. But because I speak different than their fucking cult leader, I'm the fucking bad guy because I claim to be a white woman. I can claim to be a mother freaking white woman because I am. And I can defend myself. And I kind of sound like I'm whining at this point, but
No, you don't. No, you don't, because you're dealing with the fact that your family and yourself has been portrayed in a book with lies and half-truths. And you all know, and you all have to deal with the fallout from what Denise put out in a book that she self-published. She didn't even use an editor or a publisher, because if she would have used an editor or a publisher, they would have contacted you to get your all side of the story. When Denise published that book by herself and made all of those accusations about all of her family members, Denise opened herself up to a libel and slander. She opened herself up to a lawsuit from her own family and anyone else that she talked about in that book.
Yeah, but I
And
don't
see
really.
what happens?
I don't care about those things. I honestly just want my sister to be happy, healthy, and a thriving human being. Like, I've watched for months these TikToks until she blocked me because I told her I didn't approve of the way in which she was doing things, because I felt as if she was losing. I told my sister that I felt that what she was doing and the way in which she was fighting was losing sight of what's really going on. And I didn't like the way in which the verbiage she used and things like that. But it's her life. That's whatever. I want her to be happy. My sister has an amazing story.
Without embellishing?
All on her own. And it's a story that can inspire somebody. And I understand.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What was that comment? Somebody said that her book states that for legal reasons, it is fiction. Is that a joke? Does it really state that? Did you read that, Dawn, anywhere?
No.
For legal, wow. Ask Denise about the file she has on everyone. Yes, I know that Denise has a file on everyone. I'd heard about that. But my life's an open book.
Yeah, I don't know, because like I said, I mean, I don't, I left that trip and I didn't look back. It broke something inside of me because, like I told her when I was there, before everything went down, because I was getting frustrated, and I'm a crier, I'm sensitive, and I need a fucking sister. I need a fucking sister in my life. I was born with a sister. Because God created me to have a sibling. And in my mind, we're supposed to be best friends. We're supposed to be close. I'm supposed to. You know, but I've been up here alone. I've been up here alone with my father. She doesn't even know my father. She doesn't even know the man he truly is. She doesn't even know the woman I truly am. Because as much of this mental health that I have, when I die, I will have integrity. And people love me. And I love with everything I am to a fault. And I don't fucking care. And I'm sensitive. And it's a blessing for me. Because it gives me the ability to look at what someone else is doing. To try to figure it out. Because sometimes motherfuckers can't voice shit. And it helps me. I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to keep being torn down because of that. I'm not going to keep being quiet while people say my dad was this person and these horrible things. It's insinuated. When you put down in words that a man kept these two girls all by themselves, he wouldn't let no one come over and all this stuff, it insinuates my dad's fucked up. Maybe, or maybe I read into that. I don't fucking know. I'm offended because that motherfucker was a single motherfucking dad who gave up everything to try to raise two girls, one of them which admitted she likes to scare people and instill fear in them. You sent me a video where she said those things. You said it was on YouTube or fucking somewhere. I don't know, but I see it all. I see it all. I see it all. I have a right to speak just as anybody else. And just because I'm not for a movement or anything like that, because I'm still trying to find that for me. You know, like my passion is more towards prison and things like that. And that's okay. That can be my cause. And if that's what I'm passionate about, that's okay. I shouldn't have to be dismissed or not as important or not. You can't listen to me because I'm not about that cause. It's either black or white or anything, but it's just all wrong. Because ultimately, Martin Luther King was a very gentle man. He did many things peacefully. His life was lost peacefully. You know, I mean, it wasn't, I mean, obviously it was violent. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying people want to be, you know, if you want me to help someone's cause, you got to do it peacefully, lovingly, honestly, authentically, transparency. Because when I die, it's going to say I had integrity and I was very transparent.
There you go.
I'm a literal person. You know, my therapist has been trying to work on it with me for a while. I'm too literal. You know, apparently there's a gray area. And I'm trying to understand. But, you know, fuck it. I'm allowed to respond to a motherfucker. Why am I not allowed to bring my sister into something when she fucking brought my whole family into it? But I'm the bad guy? Maybe the people that are telling me I'm the bad guy because I brought Denise into something, maybe stop and think for a minute of why I'm here. I'm here because my parents were brought into it. I was brought into it. And I love my family. So I'm a bad guy because I love my family. And my family's not fucked up. I mean, we're kind of crazy. You know?
Well, we're all a little bit crazy. It'd be boring if we wasn't a little bit crazy. I mean, who wants to be normal?
Denise doesn't want us. Denise doesn't want us. She doesn't want us. And it's apparent by the lies and the bullshit she's tearing. She's fucking denying our whole fucking family. We have white skin. We're white. You saw my DNA.
Yeah,
Why do
I
I
saw
have
her
to feel
DNA
bad?
too.
Why do I have to feel bad and ashamed of who I am? Why do I have to be ashamed of myself? Because I'm freaking claimed to be what my GNA says. I don't know what's politically fucking correct. I'm just a fucking human, dude. I'm just a fucking human.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to add somebody as a moderator here real quick, and I'll turn the comments back on. But if they get out of hand again, guys, I'm just gonna turn them off, and you can ask a question with the question button if you
Yeah.
have a question to ask, because there's no reason, we're all adults here. There's no reason for anybody to be snarky about it.
Now I'm chain smoking.
I'm sorry. I have that effect on people.
And I understand that you guys are all fighting back and forth, and I can honestly say I don't really know what's going on. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking nothing. I'm only talking about myself. Like I can't.
Right.
I don't know. Jesus freaking Christ. I only know that when you have a difference of an opinion with people, the surefire way to get them to not listen to a word you're saying and to react in a negative, aggressive way is to start calling them bitches and hoes and fucking throwing up knives like you're some sort of fucking savage.
Right.
We are adults.
That video that I showed you.
We are adults.
Somebody would like to come in and ask you a question. I know this person, and
You're fine.
It's not somebody that's coming in to like. I'm not going to do that. This person has sent me a message and asked if she could come in for a second.
That's fine.
I don't know how that works with 4 people in the room, but we're about to find out.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get stung by a bee again.
Oh, only 3 guests can be in your live room. Okay. Sorry, Alicia. You can't be added in. Hey, Chucky. Do you mean Dawn has nothing to be ashamed of?
Oh God, I'm such a freaking little whiny bitch. What was the question?
Chucky said, Denise, you have nothing to be ashamed of, but I'm pretty sure he means you don't have anything to be ashamed of. Denise says, I don't know if Denise is in here anymore. Oh, hold on.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, it said I couldn't have 3. It said I could only have 3 people, but there's 4 now.
What's going on? Hi.
Dawn, this is Alicia.
Hi.
How are you?
And I probably said your name wrong, and it's just my hick. It's my hick voice. You have to deal with it.
You know I don't care how you say my name. Listen, I'm not coming in to question. I'm not coming in to drill, nothing like that. I just wanted to tell you that it was a comment that I made on Mia's page where I said that Denise said that your mother was a known racist. And I just wanted to apologize to you because I didn't mean that in any way. I was just stating what I was told.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
I know.
I was really close with Denise. And I have family that are the same color as Denise and as you. So when she said she was Black, I didn't think anything of it. You understand? I've sat in conversations, multiple conversations where she's used the N-word multiple times and I never thought anything of it. But once I started seeing certain things, I backed off because, one, I don't appreciate you disrespecting me. I don't appreciate you disrespecting my community. How can you be for my community and you can't be honest? And instead of you being real and being an adult and giving full transparency and still wanting to be for the movement, you attack Black women.
Right.
You attack people of color that don't agree with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, it is what it is, but I don't want you to ever think that you are not valid because your voice matters. You understand? Your voice matters. You are important and you have a right to speak up and defend yourself. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. And, you know, I'm sorry that all of this is happening. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just,
But
I'm surprised
go ahead.
I'm surprised that no one's had questions. You know what I mean? I mean, like when I finished reading the book, the first thing I said was, "What the fuck happened to the sister, man? What the fuck
I'm
happened
not.
to
I'm
her?"
not reading. I'm not reading the book. I listen. When I saw that first paragraph where she said she only had one sister and no older sisters, I'm like, I'm not reading that because I know y'all have an older sister.
She is
No,
the
that's
older
not.
sister.
Cheryl is her best friend.
She has.
She
Yeah,
she
she has
is.
the older
No,
sister.
she's the older sister. She's making it up. She doesn't have another sister. I have.
No, she said.
She
She said she didn't.
she doesn't. She doesn't.
Well,
She doesn't.
who's the lady that looks just like her? They look like twins almost, with like blue. They have the same blue eyes. I'm gonna have to send it to you. But she looks just. She doesn't look like you. She looks like Denise.
Cheryl is Dawn's
She
best friend.
we have
Cheryl.
well, like Tavia, when she did that one video, that was like my best friend, because like we've been best friends for almost 20 years. Like my dad calls her.
Papino.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Dad just calls her his daughter because she's got 18 years of loving him. We've been
Okay.
friends forever. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just, for myself as a black. You understand?
Well, what I was
It's okay.
told, this is what I was told, because like I've told you several times, I'm not educated with all this stuff. I don't know what's politically correct. I'm not going to freaking claim or deny. This is me. But
Right.
what Mikey told me, because I asked Mikey, I sent him my DNA and I said, Mikey, set me straight. Like, what the fuck? Am I just stupid? Because I don't see that we're black. I mean, what the fuck? And he said, well, no, you are. You're a person of color because you have the one drop rule. You're less than 1%. That less than 1% is still a drop. Therefore, we are. That's what I was told. I don't know if that's true or real, but that's just not what
Yeah, you're right, Chuck. She don't have nothing to be ashamed of. You understand what I'm saying? And her being, this is what speaks volumes to me,
Dawn, can
right?
you read what he's saying? Can you read that? Okay. He wanted to say
Thank
that
you.
to you.
Thank you.
This is what speaks volumes to me, right? You claim that you love the black community, but look at what you're doing to your family.
Yeah.
Look at what you're doing to your family. If you can do your own family like this, who's just being honest in who they are, then how can you stand for my community, man?
Well, and I
You
think
can't.
that a lot of the problem too that arises is Denise has done a lot of several different things. She's done a lot of different interviews. She's done a lot of different TikToks. She's done a book, and they all say different things. The timelines are all out of whack. Like, how can people not notice?
Oh, I
Okay.
noticed.
There's a
I
question.
noticed that when I spoke out, and I didn't say that she was white. I didn't say she was white. I said she was not black.
Right.
And since then, they've lied on my name. They've said that I scammed people out of money. They've said that I had. They even brought my son into it. They said that I had my son, a 17-year-old. They have done everything they could to dog me out just for saying respect my community. If you're gonna fight for us, then you need to be real with us. You understand what I'm saying? You can be white and still fight with us. You don't do that. You understand? And all the attacks on me are unprovoked just because I walked away from Denise.
Right.
Dawn,
So if she
Yes.
real quick here. Straganona C, she said, Denise, in her book, she gave her two daughters to your all's mom. She said if the mother for the book had prostituted and hold on, I had to extend it up here and put her daughters in the care of. Let's see. If the mother of the book had prostituted and put her daughters in the care of somebody that per her is not a good person. So my question is, did your mother raise her two daughters?
Yeah. She did.
I
She
didn't even know
adopted
she had
them.
two daughters.
They're
I didn't even know.
They're technically my mother and my stepfather adopted them both, so they're they're legally my sisters, but they're biologically my nieces. So, but they call me.
I didn't even know she had daughters. Not to cut you off, but I didn't even know she had daughters. She never bring them up. She never speak about them. All she speak about is her son.
Can
That
you,
she
hey, Don, can you tell me what happened to where your mom ended up with both of her daughters?
Not really, to be honest, because I, like I said, I live up here, you know, and so I only know that she got the one daughter and adopted her, and then the other daughter and adopted her. I don't know. I don't know the details of it because I wasn't a part of that. I just know that she couldn't care for the kids because she was doing whatever she was doing. She was running or whatever she was doing.
Okay. Somebody asked the question, did anyone read the book? Because, did anyone read the book? Because it looks like a 4-year-old wrote it. Dawn has actually read the book. She was the first one to buy and download the electronic version of the book.
Well, I mean, honestly, I didn't put it down. If it wasn't for the fact that I knew what was going on, I would, you know, like there needs to be some edits and stuff like that. And like there's some chapters where, you know, she says in which at 13 she went through all this stuff and whatnot, and then the next chapter, I think in the one chapter said she had went to school, she had her oldest daughter, she was going to college or something like that, and then the next chapter she said that she didn't go to college, start college till she had her youngest son. So I told her that was conflicting and she should have like edited it better.
Well, and then in the documentary, she doesn't mention kids at all. She mentioned that she was strung out and she went and sat on a college campus and became enamored with the school. You know, there's so many different stories that nobody knows which one to believe.
Right. Right.
Or are they all just make believe?
I know that I think on one of her TikToks or one of her YouTubes, she stated she was homeless since she was 12, and I believe I was asked a question, or it was basically a statement that Denise, you know, has been homeless since she was 14. But the bottom line is, you know, even when she had her oldest daughter, you know, she lived at home. No one ever turned their back on her. They just set up boundaries. They set up boundaries because when you're an addict and you're making these choices. See, no one did that for me because I was up here all by myself. You know, Dad didn't live here. No one did that. So I called CPS on myself and said someone needs to do something because I'm an unfit person. You know, I got mental health issues. I'm on drugs, you know. But, you know, I mean, Denise's first car was yellow 75 Corvette. You know,
Oh, really?
just because, like, when she went to private school, because she wanted to be a dancer, and they put her in private school, it was for a very short time, but that was only because she chose to run away. But that still doesn't negate the fact that my parents tried to give her everything that she could. You know, like, they tried. They literally tried. They tried. You know, like, they didn't have as much money as some, but we were kind of better off than a lot. And
Okay, hold on 1 second. Alicia,
yeah, I gotta head out, yo.
I need you to head
But
out because there's somebody else that would like to come in and talk to Don for a second.
okay, Dawn, good to talk to you, dear. I hope everything works out.
thank you.
Have a good night, Alicia.
Bye.
Okay. Miss Feldman, please send a request to go live.
I'm gonna go for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I just gotta put
Not
the
a
phone
problem. I got to figure this out. So,
on. All right. Ouch. Okay, I'll be right back.
hold on 1 second. Melissa Feldman? please send the request to go live. Or, I'm sorry, Megan Feldman. Okay, Don.
Yeah,
There is a Megan Feldman in this room,
right.
and she's a reporter from NBC, and she would like to know if after the live you would be comfortable talking with her for a few minutes. I'll be here for you.
Sure. Why not? I mean, I've
Okay,
come this
Megan?
far.
I guess that had to be asked on the live, so it was asked, and she answered, Megan. So hit me up in a message, and we'll make it a group chat, video chat with you, me, and her. Dawn, how are
Yes.
you feeling? How are you feeling?
I'm okay. It's just, like I've always been, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to, I guess I'm not trying to be a dick to my sister. To be honest, it's just I was brought into something, and gosh damn it, I have a right to speak my truth just like everyone else. So I'm
This is
okay. I'm
from
okay. I'm
this is
already
from
here.
this is from Golden Brat. I think you might be able to see her comment there. She said, "You should get your voice heard." You got a lot of support in this room. I think all the riffraff is finally gone. And if they're not, I'll boot them out one by one since I can't figure out. You know, I'm old. I'm 46. I'm old, and it's technology.
Just to make you feel better, I'm older than you.
Hey, well, you know what? Every year on my birthday, my
Wait a
kids give
minute.
me shit.
How old am I? How old am I? Shit. How old? Yeah, I in March I'm a Pisces, so that explains it all right here. If you believe in I'm a Pisces, so let's.
I'm an Aquarius.
All
I
right, so
was born in 1975.
this is why I'm crying. I was born in March of '74.
Hey, there you go. You're a few months older than me.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Stephanie, you're my cousin. You're my bio cousin. I was born in January of 1975, right? I did a 23andMe because I'm adopted, and I found my biological family. What I thought would be the beginning of my search, it actually turned out to be the end of my search because I found my biological mother within 3 hours of getting my results.
Shit. Yeah,
And I went to a family reunion, and one of my biological cousins is here in the room.
Yeah, we that's what got my mother and I to do our DNA was, my mom. My
Do you know
mom.
how old? Do you know how old Denise is? I believe she's 49.
Yeah, she's 49. She's my older sister. But yeah, we we did the ancestry to try to find missing family. And like I said, I believe someone was saying about my last name and stuff like that. And I think trying to insinuate that's like not a name in Cuba or blah, 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 which it might not be, but it's adopted. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the biological last name is Anderson, but like because of that we've got our DNA, but like nobody knows anything, so we still can't figure shit out. But oh well.
Guys, the questions are open. Please be respectful with them. And if they're not respectful, I'm just going to delete it. I did open the comments back up. If
What
people
is
get
this?
rude, you're not getting any warnings. You're just going to get the boot.
What is Ishtar the Queen? Sitting there dozing the fuck out of people and crying wolf.
Doxing. I'm pretty sure they meant to say doxing the fuck out of people. That Denise is doxing the fuck out of people because she has a file on each one of us where she's got all of our personal information. She does a lot of projecting. Her and Ravi both do a lot of projecting. They tell us what they're actually doing because they accuse us of doing it. Where does the Cuban part come from? The Cuban part comes from their father's mother was from Cuba.
Yeah, but I think that my mom said that like maybe, but I think they came from somewhere like before that. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's all kind of like, we don't really know anything. The only thing we do know for sure is that my grandmother, she sung on the radio when she was 9 in Cuba. She met my father in Guantanamo Bay, my grandfather, and they met and married, and she came over here, and all hell broke loose back then, and she could never go back and visit. That's the only thing that we know for sure.
Okay. Well, how much percentage were you of Cuban descent? Do you know?
It doesn't say anything like that's not the way that works. It doesn't say like Cuban. It just like it says like you have like these migration patterns and things like that, and like our migration pattern, like Cuba, it says Cuba is part of our migration pattern. But if you actually look at like what the DNA does say, it says like 1% Mali, Portuguese, you know, every thing.
And was it less than 1% Bantu?
Eastern Bantu, and then like I think my dad, he's Eastern and Western or something like that. But I don't know. But mine, it diminishes. But my aunt, like my family story and things like that, it does start in Cuba, and it does. That's like part of our story. I don't really understand DNA, how that works. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. I just know it on my birth certificate. I just have stuck with what it says on my birth certificate. I didn't change. I didn't choose to be. I just chose to just stick with it. That's just my truth. That's just who I am.
And guys, Dawn has already given me permission to share text messages and things. She did give me the ancestry DNA report for her, and I will share that with you all and share the part of it that she has of Denise before Denise made it private when she figured out that Dawn could see it. Dawn actually just got that last week.
It could have been the week before, week and a half. I don't know.
Right.
I'd have to go back to
it was relatively recent. It wasn't like years ago or anything like that.
Well, because, when she finally said she took one, me being human, just like everybody else, I want to know what the fuck it said. You know what I mean? Like, are you my sister? Are we full? You know what I mean? Is there some sort of like family freaking secret? You know what I mean?
Where one of those deep dark secrets.
Right. I was like, what is it going to say? Because I've been listening to what she's been saying. Obviously, I keep arguing with her about it. I've got the text messages. We argue. Anyhow, so I wanted to see it, so I didn't. I could only see what I saw, and she won't tell me what. I don't know. But you got to assume it's got to be close to mine. We have the same mom and dad, right?
Well, and it has to be pretty close to yours. And if she actually is those things,
she says
if she is those things, she would be putting that up and saying, "Look, it says it right here that I am this."
Well, she says that she's more. She says that she's more than my dad, even. So what happened is mom and dad had babies and our DNA improved.
Wait a minute. How does that work?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to see it with my own eyes.
I mean, I have 3 Bachelor of Science degrees, okay? Psychology, alcohol and drug studies, and criminal justice. Anyone can look it up. I got them in under 4 years with a 3.9 GPA. I am a member of Pi Gamma Mu, a National Honor Society, and I am a nurse. And what you just said broke my brain.
Come.
I mean,
Good boy.
I don't get speechless very often, but how do you
I've been known to make a room go
were
quiet.
you genetically, I'm sorry, were you two genetically engineered in a lab somewhere with super DNA? I mean, this sounds like some sci-fi shit there.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't even know. I just know that it's really smoky outside. There's fires burning around everywhere.
Yeah, you're up in the you got 5 acres up in the middle of nowhere, don't you? Up in the woods.
Yeah.
Ashtar the Queen says Denise and Rabbi are two peas in a pod because they are scamming people together, and they call each other twin.
Is that what his name is? She calls a twin. I'm not friends with.
The person she calls twin is Casey Camden.
Yeah, I'm not friends with her on like Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or any of that. I don't know. I don't know what's
But
going on. And
yeah,
people send me shit, and then I stalk Mia, see what she posts. So I see some comments here and there, and then someone sent me a video, the one that Tavia did, so I saw that. And I try not to respond to the messages. I try not to engage, but God damn it, I take bait
right,
sometimes too. I take bait. I'm human. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I took the bait here.
Golden Brett did ask if Denise was actually in gangs.
I can honestly tell you, I don't know. I don't know. That's what she said. That's what she said. I couldn't tell you. I have not witnessed it. I've not seen that. I couldn't. I don't know. I know that's what she said.
Right. All we have is Denise's word on that.
She's 49. Did someone ask that, or am I slow?
Yeah, that was asked. Because yeah, we already answered that one too. Hold on, I got more questions coming up. I'm sorry, guys. I was. Ishtar the Queen says you all migrated from Cuba. It's clear from your DNA.
Right. Well, my father is first generation.
Of American.
Right, because but not on not on his dad's side. His dad's side, just the mom's side. So, well, I mean, obviously it doesn't matter because, obviously he's still first generation no matter what side he's on. So never mind. I don't know. Does that answer your question, or was there
Yeah, I
a
think
question?
it was Ishtar. And let's see. Here's another question. I don't, Lydia, when you were, I'm sorry, I guess I let these questions fall behind. It says, according to the book, it was because she was in jail. Lydia, can you answer in the comments
What does
what
that
you're
mean?
talking about there?
Yeah, what is that?
Because like I said, I haven't read the book. What you were talking about there, Lydia, if you're still here in the room. I'm looking to see if she's still in here. Because I wanted to get, yeah, Lydia Manata. Sorry if I butchered your name.
I don't know, but I got left with like Dawn Moppin. What kind of name is that, anyways? My parents fucked me. They named me a damn cleaning product.
No, they didn't. They named you,
listen.
dawn, as in sunrise. You were the brightness that came after the darkness.
Right.
Oh,
So when I
that
was
could go on so many different levels there. I mean,
I was dating this guy. His last name, no shit, not this. You can't make this shit
oh,
up. His name was Russell McLean. If I would have married that motherfucker, I would have been Dawn
you would have
Moppin.
been John McLean. Lydia says that the reason why your mom supposedly, according to the book, adopted the girls was because Denise was in jail.
No, she got them. No, Denise was in and out of jail. I think she was arrested What did Denise say? Denise was arrested 20-something times for prostitution. She was in county jail, you know what I mean? But she went to prison a couple, I know she went to prison a couple different times, and she had one baby and whatnot. But I believe that, you
And the
know,
baby that she had in prison was taken by the state, correct?
no, I don't believe so. She said it was, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Okay, so I know that my mother and my uncle and my aunt had to go to like a hotel room or some shit and actually fucking go get the one daughter out of the situation from some crackheads or something like that. I think that's if my memory's recalling from back then. It's been a long time. I just never really thought about any of it. But and then the second one, I honestly just don't remember that either. I know that I've been told. I know my mom's told me, but I don't know. I know that
Right.
just like the rest of us, you know, we've fucked up, you know.
Right.
She made mistakes, you know, and then you know, but I you know, she was probably, I think she had her baby when she was 19. She lived in Kettle Falls with the baby's dad and us, and then went back to California. She had an apartment with the baby's daddy and the kid. And then I remember I was back then it was called Children of the Night. It's an organization that would help runaway teens and stuff like that, get you back. And
Right. I
well,
remember Children of the Night.
right.
I remember that.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
what I would do is Denise would pretend to be my mom, right? Because we were smart.
Uh-huh.
She would pretend to be my mom, and then they'd pay for my bus ticket and shit. So I know she was like 20, I guess, and she lived in, you know, Palmdale or whatever, and you know, had her daughter. I was there. It was bad. You know, she was treated horrible. It was a sad. It was sad. It was horrible, and it broke my heart and scary for me. And I left because that was a bad situation. And then next thing I heard, you know,
Oh,
all hell broke loose. So she's probably like maybe 21 or some shit, or you know, and she was already gone. That's when she
okay, guys.
became
I gotta.
homeless, and she was running the streets. You know, she would stay at hotel rooms, and I know that because I was with her one night. You know, I was with her one night out on Sepulveda Boulevard. You know what I mean? And I remember that night I experienced that with her because I was young. I didn't understand. And I went out with her one night, you know, and it was just the scariest thing I ever went through. But she would, you know, stay in hotels and stuff like that. So, you know, I guess that's homeless. But
Okay, I want to read something to you real quick. Okay, Megan Feldman, one more time. You agree to talk with Megan Feldman from NBC after we end this live, correct?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it was said again on the live for everybody. Now, I want to read you all something that was just sent to me. And this is the
The oldest son was adopted, not the youngest.
this is what Denise put in her book that's supposed to be autobiographical, all about her life, correct? The characters and events portrayed in this book are fictitious. Any similarity to real persons, living or dead, is coincidental and not intended by the author. No part of this book may be reproduced or stored in a retrieval system or transmitted in any form or by any means, electronic, mechanical, photocopying, recording, or otherwise, without express written permission of the publisher. The cover was designed by Roland Wright. The book is in the Library of Congress number, and it was printed in the United States. That's directly from her book.
So is this
So-
person saying to me that it says love laughing to help deal with being brown and clueless? Are they saying I'm brown
No.
and clueless?
Blown and clueless. What does that mean?
It says
Hold on. Okay, Stephanie, you got to fix that. What was you were saying? Blown and clueless. What does that mean?
Like I'm
Oh,
blown?
mind blown.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, nah, I haven't smoked no weed yet, man. I ain't blown. I'm doing all right now.
So even though Denise said this was a autobiographical book, she put on the back of it that it's a book of fiction. But she's selling this book off that it's her life story. So, which one is it?
I believe it's fiction.
Yeah. Well, Chapter 1, Life's First Impressions. This was sent to me to read, okay? My name is Denise Maupin, and this is my story. That's the very first sentence of the book. So, the first sentence of the book on Chapter 1 contradicts what she put on the back. She goes, I was born May 8th of 1972 in San Diego, California, to an Italian mother and an Afro-Latino Cuban father.
She was born in El Cajon. I mean, granted,
And where?
El Cajon. Granted, it is by San Diego.
Yeah.
I was born in La Mesa. We were born over there.
Right down around south of Riverside area. So is your father Afro-Latina Cuban?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Is your father Afro-Latino Cuban?
I'm not really sure what that means. Like I said, I'm kind of, like I said before, I need to be educated about some things.
That he is black? That he is black, African, Latino, and Cuban? That's what you claim your father is.
But what does that mean? I don't know what Afro-Latina means, or Latino. What does that mean?
Latin. The Latin is like Latino and Cuban. Basically, she's a Latino. He's a Latino from Cuba, of Cuban descent.
His mother was from Cuba and stuff, and his dad was I think like Scottish and something else, and then
Okay. All right. So we're gonna wrap this up. Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we bid everybody adieu? We've been on here for almost 2 hours.
I just want to say again, for the record, that my freaking family aren't pieces of shit who go out abusing and fucking people. Over. My mother raised her daughters, gave up her fucking, she didn't really give up her life to raise her grandchildren. She's done these things because she loves all of us. Do you know what I mean? She's not this horrible woman. She was not a perfect mother. But I can guarantee she was a damn good mother than I was to my children when they were younger.
Thank you. Okay, this is what somebody finally gave me the definition here. Afro meaning black, Latino means from Latin America. So is your father a black individual that's also from Latin America?
I mean, if you were to ask my father if he's black, he would tell you no.
Okay. Well done. I'm going to end this. Okay.
Okay.
And then me and you, I'll figure out how to get with Melissa for you, or Megan. I'm sorry, Megan. I'm not good with names, especially if I haven't seen a face yet. So everybody, thanks for signing on. And Don, stick around on Instagram. I'm going to send you a message privately, okay?
Okay.
So so I can find out what's going on. All right.
All right.
Thank you very much for your time, Don. I appreciate it. I hope that this helps you have some peace.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being kind to me and stuff. Like no one has to give me the time of day, I guess, but I appreciate it. Even the people that have left dumb comments, you know what I mean? That's your opinion, and I value that as well. And I will look into those things, you know what I mean, and my own intentions. And I will continue to try to do better at always.
That's all any of us can ever hope for. All right, guys. Good night.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.